In the desolate plains of southern Peru lies one of the world's most profound archaeological enigmas, the Nazca Lines. These are not just random markings. They are a colossal collection of ancient geoglyphs, etched into the very earth. Spanning over 170 square miles, the scale of this ancient art gallery is almost impossible to comprehend from the ground. The creators of these magnificent designs were the Nazca people, a culture that thrived in this region long before the Inca Empire. Flourishing between approximately 100 BCE and 800 CE, they left behind a legacy that continues to baffle and inspire. The lines themselves are diverse, ranging from hundreds of perfectly straight lines to complex geometric shapes. Some of these straight lines run for up to 30 miles, crossing valleys and hills with remarkable precision. Geometric forms, including massive triangles, rectangles, and spirals, are superimposed upon the landscape. These shapes are so large that their true form can only be appreciated from a significant height. However, it is the biomorphs, the animal figures, that capture the imagination most vividly. Over 70 intricate depictions of animals and plants are scattered across the desert canvas. One of the most famous is a spider, rendered with astonishing biological accuracy. A majestic condor, with a wingspan of over 440 feet, appears ready to take flight. A monkey, with its distinctive spiral tail, is another iconic and easily recognizable figure. There are also representations of a lizard, a dog, and various birds like herons and pelicans. Even aquatic life, such as a whale, is depicted, despite the desert's distance from the ocean. One peculiar figure, often dubbed the astronaut, shows a humanoid shape with large, round eyes. The method of creation was elegantly simple yet incredibly effective for its time. The Nazca people removed the reddish-brown, iron oxide-coated pebbles that cover the desert surface. This exposed the lighter, yellowish-gray subsoil, creating a stark and lasting contrast. The lines themselves are quite shallow, typically only 4 to 6 inches deep. To achieve such precision over vast distances, they likely used simple surveying tools. Archaeologists have found wooden stakes at the end of some lines, confirming these methods. The remarkable preservation of these figures is due to the unique climate of the region. The Nazca Desert is one of the driest places on Earth, with minimal rain and wind. This stable environment has protected the shallow etchings from erosion for over a millennium. Though known to locals, the lines were first brought to wider attention in the age of aviation. Peruvian archaeologist Toribio Mejia XSP began systematically studying them in 1927. But it was from the air that their true scale and form were finally revealed to the world. This aerial perspective sparked a wave of research and speculation about their purpose. One of the earliest and most famous theories proposed an astronomical function. Paul Kosuk, an American historian, called them the largest astronomy book in the world. He was later joined by Maria Reiche, a German mathematician and archaeologist. Reiche dedicated her life to studying, measuring and protecting the lines from harm. She proposed that the lines acted as a celestial calendar, marking solstices and star positions. According to this theory, the figures could represent constellations or star groups. The hummingbird, for instance, might align with the sunrise on a specific, important day. However, rigorous statistical analysis has cast doubt on a purely astronomical purpose. Studies found that while some alignments exist, many do not correlate with any known celestial events. This has led researchers to explore other possibilities, focusing on ritual and religion. The prevailing modern theory is that the lines were created for ceremonial purposes. They may have served as sacred pathways or processional routes for religious ceremonies. Imagine ancient people walking these lines, chanting or praying to their gods. The act of walking the path itself could have been a form of spiritual pilgrimage. The animal figures were likely powerful symbols within Nazca cosmology. Many of the depicted animals are associated with water, fertility, and the natural world. The spider, for example, was often a symbol of rain and fertility in ancient Andean cultures. Living in such an arid environment, water would have been the most precious resource. The Nazca people were masters of hydrology, building extensive underground aqueducts known as puquios. Therefore, many researchers believe the lines are connected to rituals for water. The geoglyphs could have been massive prayers to the gods to send rain for their crops. The lines might point towards sources of water, like underground springs or rivers. This theory connects the lines directly to the survival and prosperity of the Nazca people. Another idea suggests the figures were clan or family totems. Each large geoglyph could have represented a different social group. These groups may have been responsible for creating and maintaining their specific figure. This would foster community identity and a shared sense of purpose. Of course, more fringe theories have also been proposed over the years. The most famous of these involves extraterrestrial visitors. Erich von Däniken, in his book Chariots of the Gods, suggested the lines were alien runways. He argued that ancient humans could not have created such massive and precise figures. This theory posits that the astronaut figure is a depiction of an ancient alien. However, these ideas have been thoroughly debunked by the scientific community. Experiments have shown that a small team with simple tools could create the lines. Researcher Joe Nickell successfully recreated a large condor figure using Nazca-era technology. There is no physical evidence whatsoever to support the ancient astronaut theory. The true mystery is not who built them, but precisely why they did. Modern technology continues to deepen our understanding of this ancient wonder. Using drones and satellite imagery, researchers have discovered hundreds of new figures. In 2019, a Japanese team announced the discovery of 143 previously unknown geoglyphs. These newly found figures include birds, snakes, fish, and humanoid shapes. One of the most charming recent finds is a large cat figure resting on a hillside. This cat actually predates many of the classic Nazca figures, belonging to the early Paracas culture. This suggests the tradition of creating geoglyphs is older than the Nazca culture itself. Artificial intelligence is also being used to analyze aerial photos and find more lines. These discoveries reinforce the idea that the area was a hub of ceremonial activity for centuries. The sheer number and variety of figures point to a complex and evolving belief system. In 1994, the Nazca Lines were designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This status recognizes their outstanding universal value to humanity. However, the lines remain fragile and threatened by modern-day activities. Squatters, illegal mining, and vehicle traffic have all caused damage to the ancient designs. Climate change also poses a threat, as unusual weather patterns could bring erosion. Conservation efforts are ongoing to protect this irreplaceable part of human history. The Nazca Lines are more than just drawings in the sand. They are a testament to the ingenuity and deep spiritual life of the Nazca people. They challenge our understanding of what ancient societies were capable of. They remind us that some mysteries are not meant to be solved easily. The silence of the desert holds the secrets of their true purpose. Perhaps the meaning was not in the image itself, but in the act of its creation. A communal effort that brought people together in service to their gods. Lines were not made to be seen by us, but by the deities above. They are a sacred dialogue between humanity and the divine, written on the land. Each line is a word, each figure a prayer, frozen in time. The Nazca Lines endure as a symbol of human creativity and faith. Their mystery is their most captivating and enduring quality. The Nazca culture itself eventually faded, but their message in the earth remains. They left no written language to explain their monumental work. Only their art, on their pottery and in the soil, speaks for them. Scale was intended to be seen by forces beyond the human. Walking the lines could have been a meditative, trance-inducing practice. The spiral figures, in particular, suggest a journey to a center. This could symbolize a spiritual journey inward, or into the underworld. The lizard figure was unfortunately bisected by the Pan American Highway in 1937. This event highlights the ongoing conflict between preservation and modernization. Maria Reiche fought tirelessly against such destruction. She was known locally as the Lady of the Lines, in Jiao. Her small hut near the desert is now a museum in her honor. Some trapezoidal shapes seem to point to the Puquios. This strengthens the link between the lines and the quest for water. Figures are not randomly placed but are often clustered in groups. This might represent a specific story or mythological scene. The Nazca were not a single, unified state, but a collection of chiefdoms. The creation of lines could have been a form of competition or collaboration. The end of the Nazca culture around 800 CE is also a mystery. A massive flood or a prolonged drought may have led to their collapse. When their civilization fell, the purpose of the lines was forgotten. For centuries, they lay dormant and unnoticed by the wider world. The local people knew of them as Inca roads. Was a practical, yet incorrect, interpretation of their function. The true complexity remained hidden until seen from the sky. The debate over their meaning continues to this day among experts. Each new discovery adds another piece to the puzzle. But a definitive answer remains as elusive as a desert mirage. The Nazca Lines are a powerful reminder of our connection to the landscape. They show a desire to make a mark, to speak to the cosmos. The figures are stylized, not photorealistic, indicating symbolic intent. This artistic choice emphasizes their role as ideas rather than simple pictures. Sheer effort involved in their creation speaks to their immense importance. Generations of people may have worked on a single figure. The lines are a silent, sprawling testament to a lost worldview. To walk among them is to walk through the mind of an ancient culture. Their legacy is not written in books, but upon the face of the planet.